All right. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Um, I just want to hop on, as I always say, I want to hop on today because it is April 30th already, and we are just one day shy of Mental Health Awareness Month, which you guys know is the month of May. All 31 days of May, plus some, we are going to be talking about mental health, of course, and hopefully bringing people on to share various areas of discussion for about mental health in the events and entertainment industry. Okay. And so today I want to introduce that to you all, of course, but also talk a bit about what we have been doing as Event Therapy Network, Event Therapy Magazine. Okay. And so the first thing is super shout out to Ruben Bell and Fausto because we were just in Maine, guys. Maine. We were just in Maine at the top of this month, and we presented at Maine Weddings EDU. Christine, too, thank you all so much for having us. And so we had the opportunity to talk about the power of pause. And so this is something that I have been working on myself. So when we were asked about speaking at this event, at first I wasn't for sure exactly what pathway we wanted to go with, but then I recognized some things that even myself, that things I have been dealing with and going through, and that I was or am still in a season of pause, a season of just bringing back or reclaiming my power. So using the pause as a way to reclaim my power. Okay. And so in Maine, we had that opportunity to talk about the power of pause and what that looks like, what that feels like, and how we can begin to accomplish the goals that we have by simply stopping, by simply pausing, halting, however you want to put it, but simply reclaiming that time and spending that time with our own selves and or with our families, just doing the things that we need to do in that time of pause. And so we had the opportunity, guys, to talk about that area. And we talked about digital detoxing. We talked about micro breaks. Oftentimes, we as event industry professionals, no matter where you are in this industry, we are at our computers, we are on our phones, we are doing these things, making sure that everything is laid out and is put together for our clients' well-being or well-being, meaning their event, right? We are also, working on sales. We are doing so many different things. And so sometimes those things can become overwhelming. Sometimes they can become so overwhelming that we begin to feel a need to retreat. And in that need to retreat, um, it, it feels a little tiresome. It feels very tiresome. And so that is what I was kind of going through myself. So it was important for me to go to Maine and talk about the power of pause, because if I am dealing with these things, I know for sure others were also dealing with it. And so I'm definitely super excited about this whole presentation called The Power of Pause. We're going to be doing this presentation in a couple weeks again. And each time we're introducing more and more information about the power of pause and how we can ensure that we're doing what we need to do for ourselves and what that looks like. Because as we always say, what works for Teresa may not necessarily work for Samantha. What works for Samantha may not necessarily work for someone else. So ensuring that we understand what our areas of support looks like, what it needs to feel like, and what we need to do to get to that point. A part of that is also understanding what our triggers are, right? What are my triggers? What makes me feel a little exhausted? What makes me feel overwhelmed? What makes me feel that I need to isolate? What makes me feel upset, mad, sad? What are those things that trigger those emotions that eventually become overwhelming to us, that eventually becomes at a point where we feel anxious, we feel depressed, we feel all these various things that we may not even be comfortable with how to manage those emotions. And so that is where we are for the month of May, is really talking about how we're able to navigate through various emotions that we may have, right? And how we're able to navigate so much that we can reduce that sense of burnout, right? And this is something that we all go through from time to time, is burnout. We all go through it from time to time. But the question is, how are we responding to that burnout? How are we responding to it? And so this is what I want to be able to help all of us in doing, is responding to the potential threat of burnout, getting before it as much as possible. And so in the month of May, we'll be talking about the power of pause. We'll be talking about how to identify who we are in the industry. So self-awareness. We'll be talking about various things. On top of that, super excited to share with you guys that at the end of the month, we will be hosting an event therapy town hall. This is a Conversations Behind the Drapes. So we did our first Conversations Behind the Drapes last May, where we had a panel. We talked about boundaries. We talked about so many different things with a beautiful panel. And then we also had a fireside chat with our cover of Event Therapy magazine, which was Miss Terica. We are bringing it back again here the month of May, but we're doing it again at the Gathering Spot in partnership with the Gathering Spot. We're super excited about bringing these forces together, because at the Gathering Spot, they are hosting events all the time. People are always there. People are always putting something together. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to get in a space that's hosting events pretty much every day and hosting people pretty much every day, all the way until the evening hours, right? Literally early mornings to evening hours, all day long. And so we're partnering with them for the Event Therapy Town Hall, Conversations Behind the Drapes, on May 27th. And at that time, we will be doing the same thing. We're going to have a beautiful panel. We're going to also do a fireside chat with our cover of Event Therapy magazine, our next cover of Event Therapy magazine. We're going to be introducing and sharing who that person is. Probably later today or tomorrow. Tomorrow. So we're super excited about bringing that person to the forefront and let you guys know why we are honoring this person on our cover. One of the things about Event Therapy magazine is that we are not just wanting to honor, support, celebrate those who are event planners or those who are wedding planners. We are looking to celebrate and honor those who are within this industry in some way, or within the entertainment industry as well. And we know that the entertainment and events industry collide major, right? When I do events for SC Visionary Planning Services, events are movies for me. Events are they're movies for me. So when we are producing the event, we are creating a storyboard, just like it's a movie, right? And on that day of the event is the world premiere. And so at this event on May 27th, here in Atlanta, Georgia, we are doing the Event Therapy Town Hall, where we're diving deep into conversations of mental health in the events industry, in the entertainment industry. What does it look like? Why is it important for us to understand mental health, and the importance of us to have these conversations as well. And so then we're going to do the fireside chat. The fireside chat is going to talk a little bit more with that person who's on the cover of the magazine and why they decided to do what they're doing, and how it's been a benefit for them, but also has it been a benefit for the community and for those that are experiencing the event that this person is doing. So this event again is going to be on May 27th and at the Gathering Spot, like I said, that does events all the time. We're going to also take this thing on the road, right? And so we have been talking about jumping from place to place to place to place to spread word, and we have been doing so. I have been all over the US, it seems, over the last 2 years talking about event therapy. We have been in Pennsylvania. We have been in Austin, Texas. We've been in LA. We've been in Maine. We've been in, of course, Atlanta. We've been Florida. We've been so many different places, and we're looking to continue to go more places. And so we're asking you to invite us into your home, into your state, into your facilities, so that we can talk about mental health and provide resources. So not just talk about it, but that we can provide resources. And so what I wanted to share today here on Facebook is one of the things that we are provided at all of our events, which is our mental health, mental safety audit. This is a mental safety audit that really helps you to go through it and determine, like, what is this for me? What is this for me? How does this look? So what it does is to get your mind start moving in a place of understanding what triggers you, understanding what's going on, understanding what strategies work for you, understanding all these various things. So I'm going to show just a piece of it real quick, if I can, on if it allows me to share my screen, because I really don't use StreamYard very often to share screens. Let's see. Okay, so obviously, this is in Canva. And how do I present the full screen? You guys, look. We're gonna do this thing like this. Boom. Oh, not boom. All right, boom, here. All right, so here we are. So we have the mental safety audit that's presented by Event Therapy. I want you all to be able to connect with us so that you can get this. We will be putting this on our website so that you can download it yourself, but it allows you to begin to understand who you are. You like my little emoji, or my little avatar rather. So she's cute, right? But anyway, this mental safety audit allows you to, again, one, identify your mental load. What is all on me? What is the scale on 1 to 10? How do I rate my mental load? All the things that I have to do, all the things that I'm feeling. And we're not just talking about for events, we're talking about across the gamut, right? My life, what is going on? Rate your mental load. Describe what you're feeling today, as you do this. And you can when you print this out, you can print it out and use it over and over and over again. You can take time to download it and just write on it, however you want to do it, as a little journal for yourself. And then what are your top stressors? What are your top stressors that are impacting your mental well-being? All right. Then we want you to recognize physical and emotional indicators of stress. So check box. Am I feeling fatigued? Am I getting headaches? Do I have muscle tension? Is there a change, or has there been a change in my sleep patterns, my eating patterns? Is my heart beating fast when I think about these things? Then emotional indicators as well. Anxiety, restlessness, loss of interest of doing things that you used to love to do, difficulty in concentrating, feeling overwhelmed, other mechanisms, right? Increased use of coping skills. What are these things? Okay. As we go through, I'm just going to just share a bit of this mental safety audit with you. Then what are your workload responsibilities, guys? Do you know what your workload responsibilities are, or are you just going with the flow? Are you just doing everything that you got to do? You're just making it happen, just making it happen. Sometimes it's very important for us to write these things down. What do I have to do? So then we can begin to prioritize. Because when we have a lot going on, it's all in our head, is in our mental, is just too much happening. Sometimes we can barely get one thing done because it's just overwhelming. So this allows you to write down, what is your workload? What does it look like? What are my responsibilities? What are my primary tasks that's on my plate right now? What do I have to do right now? What type of deadlines are there? And are you meeting deadlines without sacrificing your self-care? Okay. Do you feel supported in your responsibilities? Yes or no? Do you have support? Do you have help? And then, I know this is a lot for some people, but we have to take the time to work on what we need for us. I think that's one of our concerns as event professionals, is that we spend so much time working on the needs of other people, which is what we're supposed to do. We're a service industry. But we don't take enough time to work on the things that we need for ourselves. Time spent on work versus self-care. How many hours am I spending on a day-to-day basis on my work? How many hours am I spending on self-care? How many hours am I spending on other things? Do I feel balanced? Whatever that means, right? Do I feel aligned, rather, in my work, in my personal life? Begin to answer those questions for yourself. Coping and support system. What are stress management strategies that work for me, that have worked for me? Think back. I tell people when I do these talks all the time that I don't know if it's a love, but I do kind of, I really, really, really like to fold clothes when I'm feeling some kind of way. That repetition, that movement allows me to slow down. So in the beginning of me folding clothes, I might be folding them, just folding them. But eventually, if I can maintain it, I begin to get a rhythm to it, and it begins to soothe me. It's just like when you are walking and you're upset, you begin to pace yourself eventually. And so that's what folding clothes does for me. My own clothes, not your clothes, but my own clothes, right? The issue, like I always tell people, is me hanging the clothes up. That part is not the best thing for me. But the folding I like to do. I also wash dishes by hand. I wash dishes by hand because, again, that's a repetition there. That's a soothing mechanism for me. Groundwork, walking outside, touching the grass, being around nature. What are some stress management strategies that you can use, right? It's not always about getting your hair done, which I love to do. It's not always getting your makeup done, which I love to do. It's not always about going get a massage, which I totally love to do. It's about other things that may just be that you're at your house and you're laying on the floor and you're tapping. It may be that you are in your house and you just are watching television, you're doing whatever it is that you need to do. And what is the frequency, or how often do you use these mechanisms or these strategies, guys? And I just got off of an interview about 15 minutes ago or so, and we talked about, event therapy, what we do, where we are, all the speaking that we are doing, just all the things, right? Just all the things. But we also talked about this trusted five. I challenge each and every one of you to determine who your trusted five are. If you don't necessarily have to have 5 people, it might be 3, it might even be 2. But who are they? Can you, if you feel like you have no one, have you connected with event therapy? Connect with us so that we can be there to support you as well. All right. Most people have our email, event therapy email. So it's hello@eventtherapynetwork.com, or you can DM us at Event Therapy Network. Okay. Can you check in with at least one person a week? And this is not just for you to check in with them, but also you guys are developing a relationship. Y'all are trusted 5. And so you check in with them, they check in with you. You guys kind of just check in. And it may not necessarily be about anything hard, but just check in. Hey, or send a message, a note. How are you doing? What's going on with you? Share a win with me from you this week. Something like that to maintain that relationship and to build up that support system. Okay. In this audit, we also have a daily mental load assessment. On average, how was your week? In January, the first week was like this, on average, good, bad, indifferent. Week 2 was like this. Week 3 was like this. Week 4. Just so that you can get an understanding of what your weeks have looked like. And for those who are on Instagram, you're not able to see this audit that I'm going through, but it will be on our website so that you can grab it. If you're one of our friends on Facebook, go ahead and join so that you guys can see what it looks like. All right. So January, February, March, do a mental load assessment. On average, how was your week? Okay. And then create your mental health plan and your self-maintenance plan. What is my goal? This is my goal. What is the objective? So what is the objective to this goal? And what are the interventions or what are the activities that I can do to help reach that goal? We also have a training on developing your mental safety goals and developing that maintenance plan. So we will be hosting that training. And then what did I learn about myself? Once you finish this audit, I want you to understand, what do I feel about myself? What did I learn about myself? What am I grateful for? So often we focus on the things that we have yet to accomplish. I do it too. So often we do that. We focus on the things that we have yet to accomplish, the things that are on our list that we have not reached, that we have not touched. We focus in on those things. What happens when we focus on those things only, we become overwhelmed with how to get to that thing. And so where it says create your own calm, that doesn't create calm, right? There are so many small steps to get to the big step. So, what are those small steps? How can I ensure that I'm taking the proper steps? And if I mess up or if I go sideways, how can I ensure that I'm still grateful? What am I still grateful for? How can I get back on track? Who are those individuals I can connect with that can help me? Who within myself I can connect with? That deep down person. What can I tell myself? How can I affirm who I am? Okay. So, what did I learn about myself in this audit that we just did? And so, we want you to create your own calm. And this is how we do so. Okay. So, this is the mental safety audit, guys, that we have. And we would love for you to grab hold of it, hold of it. We're going to have it on our website. But we'll be able to do more and more work within the month of May that's surrounding this mental safety audit and that's surrounding your own mental safety. So, like I said, we in the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. But you guys know we talk about it all year, right? So, with Mental Wellness and Awareness Month, we are going to be coming up live. We're going to be talking. We're going to be having these conversations behind the drapes. You know, we started a video series of conversations behind the drapes that we have yet to be able to push out. Our first guest was a dynamic guest. So hopefully we'll be able to get this pushed out by the end of this month, mainly the end of May, that is. And you all will be able to see some of those interviews. But we will begin to do more of the interviews here on Facebook and Instagram. And that's going to be linked to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is definitely linked. And so we're super excited about it. We have some other things that's coming down the pipeline and partnerships with some organizations. We are encouraging other organizations that know about event therapy to partner with us. With your members so that we are able to provide your members with that supportive service of event therapy. We're able to provide this audit. We are able to work through audits. We're able to do one-on-one services. We're also working on a amazing program that is going to be beneficial to so many event industry professionals and entertainment professionals. You know, our big encouragement is not just for you to reach out to event therapy. We definitely want you to reach out to us, but it's also for you to reach out to a therapist. Reach out not just because you have something going on, not because you have a weight on your shoulder, but because we all need a trusted source that is trained, that we can talk to, that we can release to before things get to a place that we feel is hard for us. And so we're encouraging everyone to seek a therapist. We're encouraging everyone to seek support, to find out who your trusted five are, to know that there is a hotline called that's 988 right now, a hotline that's 988 right now, that if you are going through a crisis, if you are feeling a way, that you are able to dial those three numbers, 988, and make contact with someone so that you can then be able to get that support that you need. Okay. Event therapy, again, is also available. You are able to book a session with us. You are able to, we have 3 event therapists that you can connect with. Right now, we are working on a program that's going to be supportive for our for our event and entertainment professionals. And then we are all going to be working on another program that's going to be supportive for our entertainment professionals and our mental health professionals as well. And so there's a lot happening over here on our neck of the woods. We're not popping on as much as I would like to, because it's super busy over here, but we are available. So book a session with us. The month of May, again, is going to be dynamic month of support, of resources, of conversations. But that conversation does not end on May 31st. We will continue to have these conversations. Couple of events that we have that we're going to be speaking. We're going to be speaking to a balloon artist organization. Super excited about that. That's going to be on May 13th. We're going to be speaking on May 21st to another group that's in Paris, France, for a second time. So we're super excited about building that partnership with them and providing resources and things that's going to be supportive for them as well. And we have some other speaking engagements that are going on in the month of May and beyond. So reach out to us, allow us to go to your state, partner with us. We're super excited about it, but definitely come out on May 27th in Atlanta, Georgia, as we host our event town hall, Conversations Behind the Drapes, and we release the next cover of our magazine. If you have not seen our magazine, don't know what I'm talking about, this is our first here. This is our first magazine, which is Michelle Gainey of Lamiga Events. If you don't know her, look her up. She's a dope planner, designer. We're super excited about having her on the cover. And then, of course, we have the beautiful Miss Monique Boyd, who is the head person in charge down there in the events for the Dallas Cowboys. She's doing an amazing job as usual. Love her. Met her through our our second cover, which was Mr. William P. Miller. Oh, William P. Miller is super dynamic. Don't have his cover with me right now because they're sold out. So I have to get more of his with me, but he is a dynamic planner there in LA, has been such amazing support to event therapy, but to me personally, and put me in rooms. So, guys, find you again, your trusted people, not just trusted for your mental health, but people who can celebrate you and understand your wins and love on you in that way as well. And so another person that's like a mentor to me, who has been so supportive to event therapy is right here, Fausto Pfeiffer of in Maine. I just told you guys I was in Maine at the top of this month speaking about the power of pause. Fausto right here in Reuben have been the most gracious, the most amazing, the most, I don't even have many more words that I can even articulate about who these guys are to me and to our brand, to event therapy. And so I'm super excited about, continuing to push his magazine out there as well, because he talks about a lot of amazing things, but a lot of real vulnerable things that I think a lot of times people steer away from talking about the vulnerable areas of this industry. And Fausto is definitely one to not hold his tongue. And I have learned that from him, and I am grateful for him. So he is definitely amazing individual that is on our cover of our magazine, and a major part of an event therapy family. Also, as you guys can see, another beautiful individual, Yvonne McNair. Again, so many amazing works that she has under her belt. I'm talking about from the Academy Awards to things at the Apollo Theater, partnerships with some major brands, big in the entertainment industry, going beyond the events industry and getting into the television industry as well. So when we talk about the merge of events and entertainment and TV, here is the one right here who has done it so gracefully. Lots of awards under her belt, just making her mark, securing her place, as we stated here. She's the cover of our magazine. Amazing individual. Love her to pieces. She's based in New York. Again, just a major support of event therapy as well. Our most recent cover here is the beautiful Miss Terica. I love this cover. I love all of the covers I love this color because it is the beautiful green that we all love and we know is the color for Mental Health Month, right? And so this is our sister here, Terica, who talks real to all of us. If you ever seen her speak on stages, you know that she's going to speak from her heart, but she's going to speak and be very, very, very direct about who we are in this industry, what we need to be doing, why we need to be doing the things that we do, and why we need to price as so, right? And so I am super grateful for Terica because, again, another amazing support to event therapy, but not only to event therapy, but to me. I watch her in awe a lot of times, just like so many others, and what she does behind the scenes of the events industry, as a teacher, as a consultant, as a coach, as a mompreneur, as a mother hustler, as a everything, is so inspiring and is one of the reasons why she is on the cover of Event Therapy magazine. Again, we hosted our last Conversations Behind the Drapes, or town hall, in Atlanta, and she was the fireside chat for that event. So each event, each magazine that we have, we try to host some sort of celebration, because it's so often that we do all the things for the people, but we don't often get the recognition, nor do we ask for it. But it is important for me that as a mental health professional, and also as an event professional, that we support individuals like Terica, like Yvonne, like Fausto, like William P. Miller, like Monique, like Michelle, like me, that we support us and that we celebrate us. And this is one of the covers that I have. This is a special edition right here, introducing me as the event therapist, Teresa Sawyer. That's who I am, introducing myself as the event therapist, guys. It is a beautiful opportunity that I have, that God has put me on a mission to talk about mental health. Even when I go through my own things, He still has me on this mission to talk about mental health. In the interview that I just did, the question was, what have you learned in this duality of being a therapist, but also being in the events industry? And I said it from my heart, and I'll say it to you guys, that I learned how to be Teresa. There are some areas that I'm still working on, as many of us are, no matter how old we are, but I've learned the beauty in me. I am learning how to take power, how to manage various things that may happen that I have no control over, right? And to continue to take power and be powerful in my own right, be powerful in my own lane. So often we become overwhelmed, stressed, we have, anxiety, even depressed. We become so many things, and even burned out because of our thoughts of what we have yet to accomplish, because of our thoughts of, getting to the next step, or somebody has done something in a way that we wish we could have. But the important thing is us celebrating the wins of our own, for us to say, okay, hey, Teresa, hey, Luxury Events, hey, this is what I'm accomplishing. This is what I've accomplished. I'm going to celebrate that, and I'm going to continue to move in the lane I have set for myself, or I'm going to create this lane for myself. Event therapy is in this lane of its own. Hey, Daniel. Daniel actually did this cover. If you guys don't know, definitely click on his name right there. He actually is the photographer for Terica's photo right here on this magazine cover. And I am super grateful for you, Daniel. Make sure you guys see this one. Make sure you go to our website, eventtherapynetwork.com or Event Therapy Magazine, and grab you a magazine, or even submit to be in our next magazine. Our next one comes out at the end of this month, but we do have, of course, the other ones that comes after that. So that is Terica. I just went through them, and this is Yvonne. All of our magazines are beautiful, guys. I'm so happy. Zane is our creative director and helps us with these magazine covers and ensuring that they look good for us, because we are event planners and professionals, right? We can't have things looking crazy, right? So they are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful magazines here, but they cannot be beautiful without amazing photographers, right? So Daniel is an amazing photographer that did the shoot for Terica. and we pushed her event, her magazine out last May. And so this May we have our next one that is coming out. So photographer is Antoine Dwayne Jones, celebrity photographer in Atlanta, Georgia. So guys, listen, let me wrap this up. What I've done today is talk to you about the power of pause. I'll talk to you about what event therapy is doing today, what we're doing tomorrow and beyond. I have shown you guys this magazine. I've also went through the mental safety audit that will be on our website that you guys can be able to download. We are going to be doing a session on the mental safety audit. We will be posting that link so that you guys can join that event as well. I thank you all so much for supporting Event Therapy Network, for supporting Event Therapy Magazine. I encourage you to continue to be the main attraction in your life. That is for me too. That is for you to be the main attraction in your life. We are going to continue to jump on these stages and talk about mental health, to talk about, the importance of mental health in the events and entertainment industry. There's a lot of things that are going on that can kind of get in our way, but I'm asking you all to continue to support us. Send us a message. Let us know what you want to learn about. What strategies what is it that you need? What's going on in your business or in your life that you would like to have some additional support? And we want to be able to provide that. So thank you all so much. Visit our website, which is eventtherapynetwork.com. Grab your copy of the magazine. Send us a message at hello@eventtherapynetwork.com, or DM us right here on Event Therapy and let us know, again, what you would like to do. If you would like to come live with us as well, because we're going to be doing it all the month of May. And then you can also submit to actually be in our next magazine. And so I'm looking forward to speaking and meeting all of you. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, or is it Wednesday? Wednesday. Have a wonderful Wednesday. I might jump on a little bit later should I be led to do so. So you all have a good evening. Good day, and I will talk soon. Bye.